mode.
Okay, can you hear me now? Hello, hello. Can you type it? Yes, yay! Woo, woo, woo! I was just talking to myself for a few minutes there, but that's all right. Just 1 minute. So, what I said to myself is that we had a great call this morning, and thank you so much for joining me this evening. I know it's St. Patrick's Day, and you have choices. And I appreciate your making the Winnie and Kat conference call a priority and being serious about your business. So it's going to be a good call. I might go a tiny bit over 30 minutes, but it was just a teeny tiny bit over this morning. So we've got a lot of stuff to cover, and it's going to be really fun because it's going to be interactive. So I'm going to ask everybody to participate. And the best way to type in is when you type in on the questions, I can hear you or I can see you. And so, all right, everybody get ready. Woo! It's a good day today. So I'm going to do the video replay because I want to talk about it. I have a couple of comments, and I love that video that was on the Stylist Weekly. So we're going to watch that again. We're going to do a review on the 6 weeks, the week 2 on booking trunk shows. And there's going to be, as I said, there's going to be quizzes. So, and it's a review because I know you're all doing your 6 weeks to success, which is so important. We're going to have quizzes. And the way that the quizzes are going to work is I'm going to ask a question, and then I'm going to wait a few seconds. I'm going to let everybody answer, and it's the first person who has the answer is going to win the prizes. There's going to be some really good, valuable prizes for you. If you want to talk, you can raise your hand on the little hand guy there. Type questions into the webinar. If into the replies, type into the questions when it's your reply. And if I don't get to everybody's comments, if you raise your hand and I don't get to you, I will. I'm able to look after the webinar and look at your questions, or you can type it into the Stylist Weekly afterwards if you still have something that wasn't answered on the call, and might go a little bit longer than 30 minutes. Before we review the video, I'm going to do our first quiz. Okay. This is for a package of customer order forms, which I know you're going to need extra customer order forms as you're doing your fresh start and getting those parties on the books. What is, according to the 6 weeks to success, week 2 booking trunk shows, what is the most important thing you can do in this business? Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. All right. They're all great answers. I'm going to read some of the answers. One is, yes, Cindy, be consistent. That's so important, to be consistent in this business. Cumberland said book trunk shows and ask for referrals. Yes, yes, yes. Kat said know your customer. Yes, all really good. And according to the 6 Weeks to Success, the number one way, the most important thing you can do in this business is to have a great party. So Bobby hollers, woo, 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 you won the customer order forms. That is awesome. Make a note of that. And but all really good answers, all very true and very, very important. So thank you for that. Great party. Okay, we're gonna do one more question, and there's this is multiple answers, so this isn't just one answer I'm looking for. So, what are some ways to make a party great? How do you do a great party? Can you hear me now? How about now? I think I fixed it. Yay! Woo, woo, woo! Okay, did you hear some of the answers that I read already? Okay, I'm going to read them again. All right, sorry, ladies. Slight technical difficulty here. Okay, great answers. Oh my goodness. Okay, thank you for all the answers. All right, some ways to make a great party. I'm going to read your answers. You guys are good. All right, offer lookbooks. Yes. Play games. Great. Be excited and knowledgeable about our products. And I commented Cindy because I noticed you used the word our, and I'm very excited about that. Cat, a contest. Yeah, that's a great contest. Games. Have fun. Play games. Spoil your hostess. Somebody did 6 Weeks to Success. Cumberland, thank you. Do a party in a bag. Bobby said a great presentation. Dress for success. Do a tasteful demo. Yes. And the right amount of time. You're right. Lindsay says that the typical adult attention span is what? How many minutes? Yep, 30 minutes. Good, 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 good. Okay, so right, all really, really good answers. And let's see, the first answer was, who is the winner? Michelle Chang, play games. Woo, 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 for 25 lookbooks. All right, nice. Play games, Michelle. Good, 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 good. Okay. Alrighty, so here are some, you probably got all these answers. Doing a good presentation, making it fun. You want your customers to want to come back, right? You want the customers there to want to book parties. If it's fun, they're going to want you coming there. Another thing is, and Lindsay did not mention this, but make sure you close your parties and get those orders in a timely fashion. Haven't we all heard that? I went to a direct sales party, and I never, it took me so long to get my orders. Well, we ship them very quickly. If something is ever on back order, we let you know right away, so you're able to communicate that to your customers. So make sure you do close your parties in a timely fashion so that they get their orders as quickly as possible. Treat your hostess like a queen. There's all sorts of tips on the 6 Weeks to Success on how to treat your hostess and make her feel really good. Now I want to replay the video I shared with you, and I want to talk about it a little bit afterwards. So let me pull this up on the screen, and I'm going to let us all watch this again. I could just watch this over and over again. I think it's so awesome, but here we go. All right. Are we back on? So what do you think? We could have probably done without the yacht. The yacht and the car was a little bit over the top at the end, but gosh, I could watch that over and over. I love the must. You know, we talk about a lot about our why, and I also talk about our definite purpose, and that must is so good when you just wake up in the morning and know that you must do it. You just must, because that's what's driving you and that's what's helping you to make your decisions. And I also loved when he said the genius thing we did was that we didn't give up. That goes back to that consistency. What else did you notice? Did anybody notice something? Did anything kind of seem a little bit like, okay, something about that, like in a party plan company and the kind of a company we are, did anyone notice something that was a little bit out of context with Winnie and Kat? They were all men, right? The video, they were all right. They were all sports, and they were all men. And the reason I wanted to bring this up, I'm going to be maybe be a little politically incorrect here, but one of the things, and I worked in an industry that was very male dominated before Winnie and Kat, and one of the things that that you'll notice is that men, just because of our socialization, because of how we're brought up, men feel like they deserve success much more than women do. And it's just, and it's something that if we can just channel in on that we are entitled to, if we can take that confidence that's instilled in and the men and the boys in our society, and that the boys club, if we can take that and we can know that we can do it too, and we have, right, Kat said it's our turn. It's absolutely our turn, and we're on the cusp of that. You know, there's been a lot of articles about now it's shifting. Women are becoming more and more the family breadwinner, and the way that we grew up, though, we didn't quite grow up that way. The next generation is going to be very different. The next generation of women. So it's a bit of reprogramming in our heads. One time, I met an independent stylist at an event where I was speaking. And it was geared towards moms getting back to work. And she wasn't a stylist at the time. She was in the audience. And she had asked about putting her resume together when she was going to look for a job. And this woman said, well, let me ask you this. How do I put on my resume this experience, because I had a startup company? But we never made money. And, you know, we were never profitable. And, you know, this happened and that happened. And my answer to her was, what about, I said, well, first of all, I said, a man would have never phrased it like that. When you ask a man about a company, he would have said, this is what I did, and I did the startup company, and we did this and this and this and that. And it's just very different. We make up excuses for ourselves. We're apologetic. So focus on that. Funnel on that. Go back to that video if you need to, and we can do it. And the beauty of our business, who can guess what percentage of party plan business is women? What percentage of party plan salespeople are women? You're getting closer. No, it's interesting because the morning group had very different answers. Okay, so I've gotten 85%, 95%, 90%, 80%. Party plan business is 99% women. Yes, Elizabeth, 99%. 99% women. So if you think about that, and the beauty of it is we do parties, and women are social, and we share, and we talk, and we have that power of putting this business to work. And the group of women here, everyone who's on this call right now, who's on the phone, or if you're listening, who is in this early group of independent stylists creating Winnie and Kat, you are entrepreneurs. You get it, and you get what's in that video. I know that because you're on this call. So the beauty is to take that motivation and put it in with our party plan business, which we're talking about now, and those booking the trunk shows. And if you go in there and you know you're going to hit it and you know you're going to do it, and then you do it in that way that's social and that's fun, you're going to be successful. All right, let's get back to our questions. Question 3 for 25 Winnie and Kat reusable tote bags. What is the number one reason that hostesses cancel parties? What is the number one reason for canceling a trunk show? I'm going to wait a couple more minutes, not a couple more minutes, a couple more seconds. Some good answers, good answers. Okay. The number one reason is no one is coming. So Kimberlyn got that one first, that they didn't invite their friends early enough, that no one's coming. They think that no one, whoopsies, where did the answer go? They think that no one will come. And why does that happen? Because they didn't invite their friends early enough, because it was poor, yes, it was poor hostess coaching. We didn't coach them. The hostesses need help, right? They don't invite the people, right, Michelle, right, Bobby, that we didn't coach them. Yes, Cindy, fear of no one coming. Elizabeth, yes, they think that no one will come. Well, if you keep in touch with your hostesses, hostess coaching is so important. And that's the next week on the 6 Steps to Success, I believe, is hostess coaching. So when you have those parties on the books, make sure that you do your hostess coaching. Your hostess is your business partner for that party, for that evening or that morning or whatever your party is. That's your business partner. So you need to train her and show her what your expectations are so that you can get her to do the activities that are going to make this a successful trunk show. So thank you very much for your answers. Right on. Okay. Blank, I feel like that match game, blank, is the key to keeping trunk shows on the books. This one's easy. This goes back to the last question. Blank is the key to keeping trunk shows on the books. Yes, Bobby. Excellent hostess coaching. Yes, Kat, contact. Hostess coaching, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Hostess coaching. So extremely important. And it's all, the good news is it's all laid out for you. It's all there in the 6 Weeks to Success with the hostess coaching worksheet. And it's actually, when you implement it, when you do it, and you just make it your habit, it's fun. It's really fun because you have the steps right there that are laid out in front of you. So, yes. Hostess coaching is the key to keeping trunk shows on the books. Okay. This is for a coaching session with Deb Bixler, Party Plan Coach. So this is a great one. For an hour session with Deb Bixler, what is something you can do with your team or other sister stylists to book trunk shows from scratch? What is one idea that Lindsay gives us to book trunk shows from scratch? Michelle Chang wins again. Blitz calling, having a blitz, a booking blitz. Yep, Kimberlyn got it too. Bobby got it too. Do a booking blitz. What is a booking blitz? A booking blitz is, and you can do this, you can either do it with your team or do it with each other. You know, sometimes when Tiff's here in the office, we call it a smile and dial, and we just start calling. A booking blitz is, say you get it, you know, maybe you organize it on Facebook or whatever, you decide, okay, today at whatever time it is at 5 p.m. from 5 to 7, we're all making phone calls and we're going to have a contest, and you know, maybe you pull in what you're going to give as a prize or whatever, and you have a contest and see how many shows, who can book the most shows in a 2-hour period. So it's fun to do that kind of thing. You know, the smiles and dials. Well, you know, I'll do like okay, LinkedIn. We're going to call, you know, anybody who does, you know, whatever, anybody who's working in as an administrative assistant within 50 miles on LinkedIn. And a lot of times people have their phone numbers on LinkedIn. So, you know, anyone who, other direct sales representatives always have their phone number on their replicated website. So we might do that. Okay, direct sales people, you know, whatever you think of, or I'll do networking people, like Heartlink networking people. Their phone numbers are all out there on the internet because they like to network with women businesses. So some different ideas, booking blitz or smile and dial. Okay, well, it is 6 p.m. I'm going to leave you with a quote. If you have any other questions, tomorrow is the last, today is the 17th, last day to order. If you are ready in the company before Zuma Sunset was introduced, this is the last day to order any more 50% off stylist order forms. We got a lot in today, and if you've joined within these most recent 2 weeks, you have 2 weeks. So when you join the company, you have 14 days to buy extra pieces in your choice of sizes and colors at 50% off. So make sure you get that in. We're going to have an opportunity call, so look out for that. I believe we're going to do it Wednesday with a joining incentive. So those always work out really well, and a lot of you have been asking to do joining incentives, so we're going to do one this week. And good job, everyone. I've gotten a lot of the Fresh Start order forms. Make sure you're looking at the forum. Make sure you do Hostess coaching in the 6 weeks for next week. I redid the trunk show one this weekend, and it is, you know, if you've done it before, do it again, because this learning, you're going to pick up nuggets that you didn't get before, and just, you know, it's like when you watch something that you haven't, when you watch a movie you haven't seen, you know, you might have seen it a couple of times, that you always pick up something new, and oh yeah, and just to write it down too. I love the worksheet because it's just so interactive and makes you pay attention. A couple of times my mind kind of wandered off, and then I remember, okay, I got to focus and get back in. So I'm going to leave you with a quote. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. So let's lose the fear. Let's hit it head on. Get that motivation. I can provide you with training. I can provide you with product and the foundation of the company and inspiration. You've got to bring the motivation. You've got to bring the why. So tap deep inside. Last week we talked about the why, and that's on the Stylist Forum. There's so many resources out there. If you Google or YouTube, there's so many videos like the one I shared today. And people ask me all the time, how do you stay motivated? I have coaches. Grace from the DSWA, our trainer last weekend, she talked about that. She talked about the importance of a coach, having coaches. Just be a sponge and learn from positive people, learn from successful people. Look at what people where you want to be, look at what they're doing. Just keep motivating yourself every single day. It's that consistency, it's the persistency, it's just keeping going. Don't give up. Ladies, we have an awesome opportunity, and you know it because you're here, and I appreciate that you know it because you blow me away. You motivate me, and hearing from you and talking to you on a regular basis, and just your participation on these calls is so important to me. So I want everyone to have a very happy, safe rest of St. Patrick's Day, and I'll be looking for your parties coming in, looking for those Fresh Start order forms. Have a wonderful St. Patrick's Day, and thank you for joining me this evening. Bye, everyone.